Hey, pals. An actual intro. What's goody, y'all? Back with another episode of Life's a Joke. I feel like I should sing it every time now.
We be joking under the light.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Such a joke. Yo, low key.
Hey, the harmony was really good. I have to say. Keon tells me I'm not a good singer, but I don't believe him.
Tony's never told me either way, but I don't think I'm a good singer, but I be singing.
You guys are what, 2 years in? Yeah, it's not time for him to shit on you yet.
No, it's been time. Have you met Tony? Tony been shitting. He shits on everything. He shits on me. She shits on Keon. He shits on everyone.
What is that about? Like the person that you love the most, or like that you really just give them hell?
I try not to give Tony hell because I don't want to be that person. But also, I think men are a little more sensitive to that stuff, and I feel like,
oh my gosh,
I feel
Sabrina,
like
how can you be so mean to them?
I just
Men.
you saw how it was very because they're so like not all
they're
men.
always the victim.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
but like exactly, they're always victim. And I'm not trying to say nothing. It's just that you have to. The ego is a little more sensitive. We can take it because we've been taking it as women.
Literally,
since
physically,
forever.
Taking
like
it.
we have to go through you're ugly, you're fat, your hair, your makeup, like we take the beating even if it's not in a relationship.
Yeah, from society in general.
From society. So we can take it from
us.
our significant other to an extent, but like we can't really dish it out like that. We can't be like, yeah, well, that's why you have a dad bod. Like,
I mean, it's like Tony's joke though about being called a pussy. Like, don't call someone a pussy because pussies are really strong.
Yeah, they
like,
take a beating.
I've pushed a whole entire two human beings out of them
twice.
That was the 2-part, and then
1, 2,
and I have to take it literally, physically,
fisting.
2 fists. No, I'm just kidding.
Ew.
So yeah, don't talk about us.
Right.
No, but like legit though, I feel like my singing is not that bad. I mean, my mom always tells me like I'm a really good singer, and maybe that's just like her role is to always pump me up.
Right. As
but like
do.
I thought that wasn't bad at all. I feel like maybe we
I
should
think
look into getting
it.
some tunes behind it. No auto tune though.
Life's a joke.
Maybe that's where the criticism comes in. It's those high notes. Maybe I'm a soprano and not an alto. Or is it the opposite? You're more of the what's the
I'm all over
tone?
the place. Like, I could like hit them high like Mariah. Oh, never mind. Anyways, so on today's episode, we didn't really have it planned out like that, but I do want to talk about how
Tony, I have an outline right here.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, But I do want to talk about touring because Tony has been on the road for like 2 weeks. I haven't seen him physically in the flesh because obviously the internet, right, and phones, and I constantly tell him
that's not a real
connection.
connection.
I'm like, can you send me pictures?
At least he has service to send you pictures. Keon's been gone for a week, and then he's gonna be gone for another week, and I can't even talk to him.
Oh yeah, he's on. For those who don't know, Keon is on a cruise, and he's been doing cruises the past month or 2 months.
Yeah, like 3 weeks, and then back 2 weeks, and then on again 2 weeks, and I just want to shoot myself.
Right, that's a lot. Because Keon's a really hands-on father, so
he's a hands-on husband too. So
yeah,
it's a little difficult.
But I know he takes a lot of pressure off of you when he's around. So right now you're like single mom mode.
And he cooks and he cleans, which we've talked about before. So it's really a helping hand versus having another child in the house, which I feel like most women complain about when they talk about their spouses.
I like having Tony around because it's just another body in the house. Like, I'm happy that we now have the cats because they at least give me something to do, kind of. I'm not like, all right, one thing y'all need to know about me, I don't go out much. I'm not very social. I'm not like, I like to be social, but I don't do it regularly. If I don't have to
it's
leave
fun
the house,
in
I won't
theory.
leave it. Yeah. If I don't have to leave the house, I won't leave the house. I'm usually at home. Like, if you need me, I'm most likely at home or Target or the gym. That's it. If you need me, where's Sabrina? I don't know. I've been trying to reach her. We'll check Target.
Check
or
your
the gym.
local Target.
Either.
You just hear your name over like the loudspeaker.
Right. Or Trader Joe's. I'm shopping. I'm getting what I need. Okay. And yes, I'm at Target smelling stuff. Wait, let me just put this in now. Handle? Every Friday when we record this, pull up on my Periscope and you can call in with questions. That's who I was just reading one of the
We've
Periscope
got
comments.
the sound in check.
Yes, on Periscope, not on Instagram.
We'll get this one day.
But one thing I love to do is cook. I've mentioned that I love cooking, but I like cooking for people. So when I cook at home by myself, it's not that good. It doesn't come out. My heart's not in it. My heart is
You're
not
like,
in it.
Party of one.
Yeah, like the other day I had this idea for a meal and I was like, I'm going to make that. I guess. And then I kept putting it off. And then I was like, fine, I'm hungry. Like, let me cook. And my heart just wasn't in it like that. So the food just didn't come out good. And I was eating it with like tears running down my eye. It was like my tears were salting the platter. I was like, this is so frito.
You can definitely call me over. I'll definitely come and eat.
I love cooking for
My
people.
kids can eat.
Cam,
I love
you live
to
up
eat.
the block. You need to start cooking.
You need to. It's you. You need to have people coming over and ready. Look, I'm cooking. That's all you need to say.
I need to start doing it.
We can't just from a block down and be like, oh, Sabrina's cooking again.
You know, it was my favorite thing in cartoons whenever they would like float towards
the aroma.
Scent. Yes, that was my favorite when they they would just be floating and it'd always be a pie at the window.
Yeah. Yeah, why was it in the window?
There's always a pie at the window. It's funny, I watched the Seinfeld episode the other day and Newman and Kramer were driving to like Michigan to go cash in some bottles because it was 10 cents as opposed to like New York was like 5 cents. So they were like,
not to mention the gas it was going to take to get there.
Yeah, they did all that. They calculated all that in the episode, but they got stuck in the middle of nowhere and Newman went up to a house and there was a pie at the window. And he's fat, so he's like,
I think I've seen this episode.
Yeah,
and they're like in the suburbs.
It was like the middle of nowhere. It was literally the middle of nowhere.
Were they like cooling it off?
Yeah. I guess.
Were
that
the
was
birds supposed to come taste it?
You know, it's funny. My whole childhood, I was like, oh, that's a thing. My mom didn't really make pies. She made like cheesecakes and like cakes and stuff like that. But never
you had
a pie.
Crappy childhood then.
Like. It was no,
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, what?
Cheesecakes. And
yeah, my mom. To this day,
she'll pies though.
She's funny. She's like me. She makes all of this and then she gives it away. She'd be like, "Hey, I made an upside down cake.
Because you're not really like hungry. I feel like once you've made something, sometimes, especially if you're like eating stuff along the way. I love to eat stuff along the way, and then I make it, and I'm like,
Yeah, they just want.
I'm so full.
Yeah, I like cooking. I like cooking for the sake of. I love eating. Oh, bitch, I love eating. But cooking, yes. Wait, somebody's calling in. Let's see what they gotta say.
Oh, dope.
Okay. And we're back.
Basically, I don't know if other girl is a vegan too.
No, she's
but
not. Other girl.
I like other girl.
I'm trying to go on the cleanse. I've been like in the Midwest for a while, and there's not like a lot of clean eating choices. And then I went on a study abroad trip, and I was just eating like the food of the country. So I'm trying to like get back on my healthy tip, and I need to go on a cleanse, but I don't really know like which direction to go. Like whether do like a water cleanse or just a fruits and vegetables type thing.
I was gonna say water cleanse sounds good.
First of all, can we just talk about how sexy his voice is?
Oh no,
it's so deep.
Absolutely not, because I know him.
Oh my god.
It's just a compliment.
Don't gas him up.
I'm just saying. I didn't hear anything you said. You lost me at water, but
shout
the
yourself
voice
out
was great.
And let people know
you have a radio
where
voice.
They can find you first before I answer this question.
My name's BJ. You know, Sauce About a Pound on Periscope, Sauce About a Pound on Twitter, Sauce Belford on Instagram.
So you cook? That's your thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just graduated college. You know, I was playing sports and whatnot.
Look at you.
Don't get us on.
D'Angelo Russell.
Don't do it.
Wait, and where were you studying abroad?
Oh, he wasn't
Costa Rica.
studying. You were studying?
Oh, you were studying, or you were just studying the lady?
No, I was studying Spanish in Costa Rica.
Oh,
That's
muy
dope.
bien.
He's well traveled. He's educated. He's
Look at
cooking.
him.
I'm sorry. Is this a matchmaking show?
No, he's still gonna be single after they get to know him.
Damn near, huh?
I'm really trash at cleansing. Like,
Yeah.
I love food, and you're not really supposed to be eating every day. Like, I know it sounds weird, but like you're supposed to give your body a rest. You're not supposed to be chewing food. So if you wanted to do a juice cleanse, that's fine. But what I do is I do a tea cleanse. I ordered 3 ballerina tea from Amazon, and I'm not suggesting this for everyone. You have to consult with a doctor. I didn't, but
And have
you
a bathroom
should
nearby.
and have and make sure you take the day off.
With candles and magazines in the bathroom.
Like so wait, so you do like the 1 day cleanse? Like it's just like you
Yeah.
do like the fresh? Oh, okay.
So I drink it before I go to sleep, and I wake up either in the middle of the night or in the morning, and everything in me comes out.
Oh wow.
And it's like the whole entire day, it's just that. If you have a lot
Jesus.
backed up, it's going to be a day and a half. And
So it's like a free
don't-
colonoscopy. Well, it's
Yeah,
not free 'cause you gotta buy
don't let
stuff,
people
but
come over. Don't make plans for at least.
Your poor cats.
Oh, my cats. I remember one time I had to go, so I was in there. I was like, you know what I mean? And
You having an orgasm? Or
oh no, I was. I mean, is there a difference?
all the same.
I love pooping. Is the greatest feeling ever. Anyways, but the door was closed, so obviously, and so when I'm done, I open the door, and the cats aren't allowed in my room, and they were there waiting for me, and it was almost as if they were like, "Are you okay?"
Oh no, my dogs want to be in there.
They were so concerned though.
Really?
They were like, "Oh, are you
It's just disgusting. You want to just be in here just whiffing this up?
okay?"
They don't give a damn.
But yeah, so that's what I do. I would say look into all the different kinds of cleanses and see what you can handle.
And what are you cleansing to do? Because like I've always had a bad thought about cleansing, because I feel like you just lose water weight and then you gain it back. But this is not a weight loss thing. This is more of just like a cleaning out your system.
Well, as a
Yeah,
man,
like,
you ate
Clean
meat,
out my
right?
system. And like I said, like when I was in the Midwest, like I was just eating bad because
Oh,
and then
yeah.
but just meat. And before I went out there for school, like I was on the track to being vegan. Like I was eating probably meat like once a month, twice a month. So you know I want to get back to that, and I just feel like I gotta go like cold turkey, cut it out, or like
Yikes.
you know do like a 1 week or something to just get me going.
I mean, that's definitely smart, because as a man, especially as a black male, you know, colon cancer is right there. It's looking at you. It's like, hey, how you doing?
Pick up
You
that
look pretty
fried
good.
chicken.
You look good. It's more red meat that you have to worry about. So it is good that you're cleansing your body out, because by the time you reach a certain age, there's going to be so much undigested red meat just rotting in your system, and you want to get that out. If you don't plan on getting like a colonoscopy, you have to get that out one way or another, because I know some people are very uncomfortable with the idea of a colonoscopy. But yeah, I would say
Get comfortable with it.
Yeah, I would say also do raw foods. Like try to go raw for a week. Because all that roughage will cleanse your system out, a lot of fiber and stuff like that. And it's also really easier for your body to digest. So
Yeah, I mean, my grandma can't even have bacon anymore because she's lost the ability to like break it down. So these things will definitely catch
like
up with
when I
you.
stopped eating meat, it was like certain times like certain things just was disgusting to me. Like the smell of it sometimes just made me kind of like.
When I was pregnant, just the sight or smell of chicken made me like nauseous and want to throw
Really?
up. Yeah, and people have their different things like when they're pregnant, but I always wondered, and that never went away. Like still, even when I'm eating chicken on a bone, I still like slightly have a problem with it. Like I don't know what it is, but and I notice when my kids have like meat, like too much meat, they either have nightmares or I notice they cry a lot more. So I feel like the hormones.
that's definitely linked, because once I stopped eating meat, I completely lost my ability to like yell. Like I used to have a really bad temper, and then once I stopped eating it, it takes a lot to get me mad now. But before, I was punching holes in walls. Like, I was bad. And then when I went vegetarian, I calmed down a lot.
That's crazy. It reminds me of what Michelle Obama said. It's what we put in our mind is just as important as what we put in our mouth, or vice versa. That she said it, but that like stuck with me.
Yeah,
that's dope.
That's definitely true. And I feel that the difference too, like just like with my sleep patterns and like my like energy level versus how I was 2 years ago. Like, I was working out twice a day, like still be able to go to work, still doing 24-hour shifts, and it was just like
24-hour
my energy
shifts.
level was so high.
This man's this is not a human being we're talking to.
That is not a job.
It's a robot.
24
What
hours.
about the sex drive?
Okay.
You guys notice a different sex drive?
It do help
It
that
does.
a lot too.
Yeah, because
like
red
what,
meat can clog
stamina?
up.
Are you horny more?
Red meat can clog up the blood flow down there. So like, you ever notice some dude, especially if they have a heavy meat diet, they don't get as hard as like a vegan dude. I can tell you that from experience. I stopped dating meat eaters like a while ago, and there's definitely been a difference.
Do you feel like, I remember Maya said something and she caught a lot of flack for it, Maya the singer, that she can't even date people that eat meat because when she kisses them, something about when she kisses them, she
it's gross.
something like that, right?
Yeah.
Do you
I got a lot
agree
of
with
shit
that?
for that.
Because I think the smell of them is different. Like the smell of people.
Yeah,
like a cigarette smoker, or like it's that serious.
It's all completely different. Like, I remember I got a lot of shit for it because I was like, I'm not dating meat eaters years ago. Like, I was literally like, I am going to end up with a vegan or vegetarian. Like, I'm not going to end up with a meat
So it wasn't
eater.
even like, I'm going to take on the challenge of somebody that I can possibly like bring over to my
No,
side.
they need to come into this with that mentality. And I and it's funny because after that I only met men, it's like I spoken into existence, that were either just transitioning, like they just transitioned, or like educating themselves to transition, or already been like, I remember one dude, he was vegan for years, like before I met him, and I was like, all right, this is cool. Like, and then Tony went vegetarian months way before he knew I existed. A lot of people think it's me that caused him to stop eating meat, but he stopped eating meat.
Like they blame
They blame me. They way before I existed.
Goddamn, Sabrina.
I mean, not way before,
Tony
but
to
months.
be more healthy.
Like, right. He stopped eating meat in February. We met in August. So I wasn't even a thought.
Table
Nah,
was
Rena do be
set.
turning hella people vegan though. I don't know how she do it, but she
It's
do be
my
turning
magic.
It's her vegan juju.
My voodoo.
Let me
my
sprinkle
vegan
this on you.
voodoo. I mean, you've known me long enough and you've been around long enough to say that. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, and I think through your cooking too, you can just show people that things can be delicious without meat.
Oh, yeah.
That's
another
how
reason
I
like
look at
cooking
it
for
is like
people.
meat has no flavor. We season it to have flavor.
Right. With plants.
So
With plants.
that's another good point. I'll put that in my book of good points.
Plants.
Definitely.
Nobody's seasoning meat with more meat. Season the
Throw
steak
some
with
steak on that pork.
Wait, what's the little tea you said?
3 ballerina. Go on Amazon and read the reviews. It's hilarious.
Wait, free ballerina?
3
Three
ballerinas tea.
Where's my?
But brace yourself, and like I said, you can't have any plans when you drink
That
it.
whole day, maybe 2 days.
Yeah, maybe 2 days.
Gotcha.
But drink it right before you go to sleep.
But have your phone by you in case you need help.
Yeah, well,
I'm assuming
definitely.
I'm assuming like you gotta drink hella water with it too.
Oh yeah. You're down in water, like it's
Dehydration.
water.
Okay.
Your water's down.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna need Jesus for this one.
Yeah. No, honestly, I've prayed more than I ever prayed while drinking that, while on the
It's
toilet.
painful. Like,
It's not that it's painful. I mean,
Let's get down to the brass tacks.
it's literally your body just pushing out junk. So you can get a little crampy, but once it's out, it's such an amazing
God.
relief. It's just like
10 pounds
my God, I think it's over.
all right. I'm sorry. Can you tell me the name one more time?
3, like the number 3, 1, 2, 3, ballerina tea.
Like the dancers.
Ballerina.
Extra strength. Nah, we not.
That's what I got. Get the extra
The
strength.
Oh,
extra
he's
strength?
looking it up right
You
now.
about that life, nah? No, you not?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
All right, so did you drink like a bag a day, or do you just drink the
I started with 1 bag and I was like, all right, this is cool, but I want more. And now I do 2 bags. And now I'm back down to 1 bag because my body, I stopped eating. I stopped putting too much trash into my body. Like whenever I feel like I had a heavy food day and my body's not like digesting it properly or I feel sluggish, I have that. It cleans me out and I'm good to go.
What, does it happen in the same day that you drink it, or does it happen the following day?
It depends. When I'm really backed up and my stomach really hurts, it'll happen within hours. But if not, it'll be like the next, like it'll be 6 hours the most. So that's why
You
I
should
say
call us back next week and tell us your experience.
Yeah, that's why I say
y'all
drink
do
it
this
before
every
you go
Friday?
to sleep. Every Friday.
All right, bet.
We want to know how
Yes.
it went for you.
And
All right, I
also
got
weigh
you.
yourself before and after because that's my favorite.
What?
Does anyone else?
What'd you
You
say?
don't weigh yourself?
Oh, weigh
All
yourself.
right, am I the only one that thinks like the scale is like it's a bad determiner? I feel like
It is. It is.
a lot
I
of
mean,
people
yeah, I feel
like
that.
look too much at the scale. So,
Yeah, because it has nothing to do with strength.
or like
You can be
health in general.
skinny.
muscle.
Yeah, or health in
Yeah.
general. Exactly.
Yeah.
You could be skinny and
Oh
extremely
yeah,
unhealthy.
absolutely. Because
I know, like
you
my
can gain.
heaviest was like 218, and I was like towards the end of one of my football seasons.
And
my
muscle weighs
lightest-
more than fat.
Yeah.
So
And my
it's not a
lightest
good
was, like,
determination.
My lightest was probably like 180,
180.
and I was like,
I think I was 170 when I was pregnant.
I'm like, I think I'm.
He was
I
like,
don't know what my heaviest was. Right now, I'm heavier than I'm usually.
Without pregnancy, my heaviest was 150, I think.
Yeah, that might have been. I might
Lot
have
of
been.
junk in a trunk.
I might have
you
been there too.
petite.
But
I'm petite.
I'm like 140 now, which is like, or 140. I think 144 last time I checked, and it's so much to me because I'm 5'2", and I'm like, oh my god, I'm
Yeah,
fat.
my average is
But
like 130.
You know what? So the BMI scale, and I want everyone to understand this. Every like BMI scale is not for people of color.
Yeah.
It's not for people of color at all.
God damn
because-
those
Mine
hips.
says obese. Like
Yeah.
my height and weight, it says obese.
Right. Like, and I'm definitely not obese, but on the
Definitely
BMI
not.
scale, I'd be considered tipping the
BMI, body
scale.
mass index.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I feel like they need to change it for curvier people and like,
The curvy BMI.
yeah.
Big
Yeah.
bone.
And like more muscular people and stuff like
Big
that.
muscular index.
It's actually very harmful if you go by that scale.
Also depends on what your goals are too.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. Because when first time I did that, I was like overweight, like
Right.
really obese.
Say
like,
what?
bitch, I got abs. What the fuck?
Right.
That need more patterns.
That's what I'm saying. I remember this one girl, she stopped talking to me. This is the stupidest story ever. So there was like these girls that I used to always hang out with. I would say their name, but I'm not trying to. And we all did the BMI thing, right? And this was when I was in the gym heavy. Like I lived in the gym. And so I was the only one out of all of us that wasn't considered obese, overweight, or anything. I was actually like fit. And I remember she cussed me out. And she's like, that's wrong. Fuck that. Look at your ass. I'm like, what? And she's like, there's no way that you're skinnier than all of us. And I'm like, it's not that I'm skinnier. I just work out. And she's
I
like,
work
no.
out.
And she stopped talking to me after that.
Jealousy is
She stopped talking. Meanwhile,
bad
she's
look.
like a triple D on top. Yes, of course you're going to be considered.
those titties.
I was like, of course you're going to be considered overweight because they're not factoring in the fact that half of your body weight is your nipples.
Yeah, I mean boobs are fat.
Not even the
They're
whole
just
boob,
fat.
just your nipples alone are like 20 pounds.
That's why when you lose weight, you lose breasts.
Yes, absolutely.
That's
and I'm
fat.
just like, I'll never forget that. I was just like, wow, I really just got hated on for
And where's she
BMI
at
scale.
now?
I don't know,
In alleyways.
selling nipple meat.
She probably got a reduction.
Maybe. Or she lost, I don't know. Who knows? I think, no, her boobs
We
were
wish
her.
the best for her.
Yeah, her boobs were her way in. Everywhere we went, she's like, and they're like, okay.
Right this way, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for calling in.
Okay, y'all have a good day.
Thank you. You
Check
too.
back with us next week.
Yeah, let me know if you get the
Gotcha.
tea. I mean, I'm gonna ask you in the group chat. He's in my group chat. Not that I
Oh.
ever talk, but
I see.
that's why I was like, don't gas him. He gonna be in
Great
there.
voice. Keep it up.
He's
Keep up
gonna
the
be
good
in
work.
there sending
y'all
voice
good
notes
day.
now. Yeah, I heard I got a nice voice.
I'm
Yeah.
on the toilet. Used to ballerina tea.
Yo, a few weeks ago, I documented my whole ballerina tea journey, and everyone really loved my stories because I was like, I'm on the toilet again. This is it. I think I'm gonna die here. And then I was like, and then I posted the after of like how like flat my stomach was and like how skinny I looked after.
Oh, this was a serious endorsement.
It's better than what's the shit that people Instagram models be?
I don't know, but I can't stand if I see
Flat tummy
another
tea.
flat tummy tea. If I see another, I'm just like, that didn't happen overnight. Stop
Right.
it.
I hate it. You know, the flat tummy tea only goes for flat tummy women to advertise it. So it's like, how do I know?
Well, yeah, I mean, they're not gonna have a non-flat tummy
Let
woman.
me
like,
advertise for
Look
you.
what happened.
Look at my
Nothing.
before and after. If there's a before and after, then boom, it works. 3 ballerina tea works. And it's cheaper than flat tummy tea. I think for the price of ballerina, 3 ballerina, I think I've spent $17 for 3 boxes, which is actually really good. And then each box had like
how many bathroom
16
experience
bags.
is that?
A lot. If it's 16
So it's worth
times
it.
3.
We don't do math on this
We don't-
podcast.
We don't math.
Somebody get out a calculator.
I like how I laid back. Like, yeah, we don't math. I don't
really,
know
she's
numbers.
really getting into the thought.
I'm really proud of not
She's
knowing
calculating.
numbers.
Carry the 3, overdose the 1.
Oh wait, but let me go back to the other subject at hand. Tony coming back today from Spain. Somebody asked me if I was jealous.
I'm
or
jealous.
What or like or how I feel. I don't forgot what the question was. I don't feel like
About him being in Spain?
about him traveling the world without me. And I'm like, he earned it. First
Yeah.
of all, he's on tour.
And that's not a cheap
Second
ticket.
of all, and yeah, we're gonna have our time. Like
Yeah.
I'm not over here like you bitch. I mean, I was hating hard when he was in Amsterdam because that's like a goal for me is to go to Amsterdam.
Yeah, I thought
And-
you were there.
I wish I was there. I should have pretended that I was there too. I should have went to places that looked very Amsterdam-y, or
Put it
just
in the
edit myself
background.
in Amsterdam back like I'm at Anne Frank's house, guys. Like
I definitely was like jealous when Keon went to like Japan and things like that. But then he
Mm.
would tell me that like he really only spent time on the base. So like he didn't get to experience it at all. So for him, it was just a super long plane ride followed by a super long car ride, being on a base, and then doing that all again to come
Right.
back. So sometimes the travel part is not what you think it's going to be.
Well, for Tony this time, it definitely was
Yeah.
a vacation because they only went to Amsterdam just to walk around,
That's dope.
and they only went to Spain to walk around. So it was cool, and I do wish I was there.
Yeah.
But am I like jealous or hating or anything? No, like
that's not how we roll.
yeah, he earned. First of all, I truly believe, and I was happy for him because he did earn that, and. A part of me felt bad because I know he wants to come home. Like there's a lot of times he wants to just come home.
It's living out of your bag is not like there's extremities and like there's like for Keon it's just like I don't want to be gone this long.
Right. Yeah, Tony's been gone for a long ass
Yeah.
time.
So it becomes when it's a job, it becomes
It's a
something
job.
that's not as exciting as like
Yeah.
you're going on vacation.
Right. Yeah. So to answer the question, I'm good. We will have our time. We are definitely going to travel a lot in the future. So I'm not worried about it. And we travel so much together. It doesn't matter where we are. We have a good time. We had the greatest time in Cincinnati. Was it Cincinnati? One of those. And people are like, oh, you're going to be so bored over there. But I had the greatest time over there.
Yeah,
So
it's all
like,
about the company you keep.
right. Like we're fun. Like we have a great time, and yeah, we make the best out of nothing because we don't do typical stuff, and we like seeing landmarks, and we like seeing old buildings and looking for ghosts and this, that, and the third. So it's like,
See, Keon and I are the exact opposite because I want to go explore and walk and be out all day in the sun. And no, that's not true. Like, he wants to explore, but like, I want to explore like LA. And he's like, oh, I'm good. I just want
don't
to
we
sit
do it?
down.
Why don't we just make vlogs of us exploring LA?
We're just gonna take this with us.
Yeah. Look, Cam's agreeing. He's like, yeah, do it. Yeah, I think we should do
Next
that.
podcast.
I gotta take my birth control again.
Fucking birth control, man. It's always in the way. Let me tell you some good birth control.
What?
Okay.
Baby
So I don't know what it is, but every time Keon is gone, it's not so much just like the missing him, but it's the fact that things always go wrong when he's gone. And I don't know what it is. Like the house alarm will go off like for no reason. The power will go out. Like this, every time he leaves, something major happens. It's the weirdest thing.
I'd be like,
and no, it freaks me the hell out. And so yesterday I get this call. I'm like on the train ride home from work, and I get this call from the daycare lady that like Kendrick, my youngest, who's going to be 2 next week, his mouth is stuck open.
What?
He's drooling, which means he can't swallow. And what should she do? And I'm like, God damn it. I call the hospital. I'm like, I tell them what's happening. They're like, we can't tell you. I don't know. Just bring him in. I'm like, no, you can tell me. Go get a pediatric doctor. You're going to tell me because I need to know if I need to call an ambulance or not because I am on the train.
Right.
Okay, we'll call you back. They call me back. He needs to come in right away.
Oh.
I call the ambulance. And I have her call the ambulance. Ambulance comes. They take all his vitals. Everything's fine.
I'm so scared.
He had bread stuck in the roof of his mouth and for some odd reason could not pull it out himself, and so had his mouth open, wouldn't close it, and then when she tried to have him close it, he would cry and was just drooling for hours.
I just pictured his little face.
And they call me and they're like, hey, so everything's fine. We took the bread. These are paramedics, right? They have real shit to do. Took the bread out of his mouth. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm here crying on this train. People are consoling me. That's how like of a scene it is. Like they hear me on the phone, with like all these like doctors and like paramedics and the daycare, and they're like rubbing my hair and my back and giving me tissues. The security comes by and he's like, ma'am, this is a quiet car. You're not allowed to be on the phone. And everyone's like, she's handling business. I was just so dramatic.
Shout out to everybody around you, though.
Oh, totally. I mean, I was powerless. And I'm just like, why do these things happen when he's not
gone?
here?
That's so
When he's here, it's no problem. So
funny.
He thinks I'm dramatic all the time. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Shit happens when you're gone.
That's so funny. Because I'm thinking, lockjaw.
Yeah, I'm thinking lockjaw. I'm thinking he's having a seizure.
Yeah, there's so much.
She sends me a picture. His face looked all like puffy.
Do you still have it?
Oh, yeah, I still have it.
I want to see it.
Well, I can't. You're using it as a stand right now.
All right, we'll look at it later. But that's
This is insane.
Funny.
And like the picture she took, there's like, you see the drool just as it's falling.
Such a dramatic photo. Oh, his little face is, oh my God. That's so cute though. I'm glad it ended with bread. Because bread, I get it. I've been there.
Like,
I've been there.
He's so picky that like if he even has like a thought that like, oh, you're hiding a vegetable in this taquito, he will spit it out or take it out of his mouth. Like he is so picky about food. I kept telling them I can't imagine that this boy just has bread stuck in his mouth and is not taking it out. Like that can't be it. It can't be that simple.
No, it's that simple.
But that is the life of a parent. You're just constantly worrying.
Was it white bread? Sliced white bread? Because
of course it was white bread. White's the devil.
When I used to chew on like sandwiches, like white bread sandwiches, they used to get stuck. The bread would get stuck.
But it's not his first time having bread. So I'm just like,
that's hilarious.
It's crazy talk
and cute. Well, that's life's a joke.
Yeah, I gotta go pick up those turds right now.
I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is a way shorter episode. Don't get bread stuck in the roof of your mouth.
Next week we're gonna have a guest.
Next week we might have a guest.
We might have a guest.
I don't want to get. I don't want to get too excited.
We'd like to.
We might have a guest. So, somebody on Periscope just said we have crabs. Okay. Somebody said our look is offensive and we have crabs. So
like the disease crabs, or
yeah, I think
we're eating crabs. Like
we're
king
definitely
crab?
eating crabs.
I'm gonna say I would like to, or they have crabs
I don't
and they want to.
They said your appearance is offensive. These girls have crabs.
I like that.
Yeah. So I guess we have crabs now that a stranger on the internet told us.
Well, that's good because I was not trying to go to the doctor.
I'm so glad I just got diagnosed because I was wondering, is it crabs?
It's gonna take me way.
Is
too
my
long
bad
to get
day due to
seen.
crabs? I'm not itchy or anything. It's just I feel.
See what I told you? Things happen when Keon's gone. Now I've got crabs.
Fucking crabs. The internet is so helpful. Strangers on the internet. Shout out to y'all. Love you guys. And until next time, life's a jam. I forgot the song already. Okay, bye.